3-3. The Giants 1-5. We just got done speaking about the Giants, and we're talk about. I was about to get into the Giants, but I had to stop myself because we're talking about Bills and Patriots. So I think that the Giants really do have a lot of good things going on with that offense. Okay, but they just haven't found what works, and I think pretty much with having Saquon back, you can open things up a little bit better. I truly do feel Jalen Hyatt has to be more inserted into your game plan. He's wearing a special number 13. He made a great catch on Sunday Night Football, and I said, "Uh-oh, good thing that they didn't go too crazy about this one because you know what? This guy, he might be better than Beckham." And I know this sounds crazy right now with me saying that, but he just might be. The guy scored 5 touchdowns against Alabama. When did Beckham ever do that? So I think that they really need to do more. They need to stop worrying about trying to get the guy 40, 50-yard bombs as catches, and they need to do more slants, more digs, more curls, more to get him involved in the offense so then they can start making things a little bit more creative in that group as well too. The Giants have an offense that can be a great offense, but it all starts with your line, and their offensive line is just absolutely just in shambles at this point. They're doing makeshift stuff. They got guys coming. They had a guy that said straight off the couch when he said, on Sunday Night Football, Jeff, you say your name, you say your school or something silly, and this guy said, I'm so and so and so and so, straight off the couch. And I thought that was probably the funniest thing I've ever heard on national television during the game. So the Giants got guys fresh off the couch, like literally guys fresh off the couch. So the Giants, their defense had their best game of the season. Their defense has been struggling all year long. They've been bad. They've been really bad. But this, for some odd reason, the defense played with the aggression that we hadn't seen all season long. They knew that they had to step up their game because they have to start showing us something before, it starts being who you guys drafting in the top 10. And I think that the Giants are still a team that knows that the NFC is not that good of a conference. So they still have an opportunity. And I know it sounds crazy today, Jeff, but they still got an opportunity to sneak in to that final spot if they can start winning some football games at this point. Because I think you can be 8-9 and get that final spot in the NFC this year. That's how bad the conference truly is compared to what's going on in the AFC. So when you break down this game, you see a team in the Commanders that are, day and night. 1 week they're an awesome team. Another week, they're just a team that looks like they're drafting in the top 5. They're trying to figure some things out. Sam Howell is not the answer for this team. Let's just keep it real. He's not your guy. He's a good stopgap quarterback for what you got going on right now. But he's just not consistent enough. It's funny. He has 7 interceptions on the year right now. Nobody's bringing it up because they're not a relevant team. And that's the only reason why he's getting a scapegoat for that. But the Commanders had their best game of the season, in my opinion, over in all 3 phases of the game on Sunday against the Falcons. They played really good football. They didn't need that much offense to win the game. Their defense forced turnovers. Their special teams was huge as well, too, and they figured out a way to win this game. So, the Commanders, that's what makes them really good. They figure out ways to win games. That's why this is going to be still a tough game for the Giants, but this is a very winnable game for the Giants as well, too. So, since we're in that area, I feel like Saquon's going to have himself a big game come Sunday because he always has big games against the Commanders. And I would say this. Jeff is smart enough to have Jalen Hyatt on all of his fantasy teams. So I know he's going to be starting them because you know what? He's about to have a career day because everybody has been feasting on the Commanders secondary, who's a top receiver in this league. Even my man Drake London, who helped me get that win on Sunday as well, too. So with that, we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to take the Giants with the plus 105. And I think the Giants take care of business over at MetLife, get themselves their second win of the season. So, Jeff, what are your thoughts, and who do you have winning this game?
See, you're the smart man. I'm going to take the cheese here. I personally like Sam Howell. I'm not saying he's the next coming to Doug Williams or Joe Theismann or anything like that, but he can make all the throws. You have a stud wide receiver with Terry McLaurin. You have Logan Thomas. You have a running back duo of Antonio Gibson, Brian Robinson. The one wide receiver that hasn't shown up this year has been Jahan Dotson, which I am shocked I was wrong on him. There's still some time to go for him to get a bounce back second half. And also, Curtis Samuel very quietly has chipped in immensely. He's got a handful of touchdowns, getting that 3, 4, 5 catches a game. Uh, you know, I don't know if Daniel Jones is going to play a neck injury. You don't know how, especially a quarterback taking all those hits, if he'll play, if he's not. The return of Barkley, I think you're on the right side, but I'm going to go with the favorite here. I just took the money line, win baby win. My number here initially was Washington -1 with a 41.5. It's now 2 with a 39.5 in some spots. There is a 40 at South Point. uh, I'll just be short and sweet. This is your classic 21-20 late second field goal by the Commanders in a walk-off fashion.
All right, perfect, perfect. We have another divisional game